Hi everyone, it's Math with AUB. Today I have selected some questions on the topic average, plus I will give you a mixed recipe of 4 to 5 questions as well. Without wasting time, our question number 1 reads as 12 halls in a hotel accommodate an average of 200 students per hall. 12 halls in a hotel accommodate an average of 200 students per hall. If two of these halls are not used, but the total number of students remains the same, what is the average number of the students the remaining halls will accommodate now? Initially we have 12 halls. Per hall accommodate 200 students. Furthermore, we have been restricted that the number of the student remains same, while however two halls have been not used. Then we have to find the average of the remaining 10 halls. Let's see and find out. Always work with formula. Average is given by sum of the quantities upon total number, in that case 12, and the average is 200. Prior to given conditions, 12 halls each accommodate 200 students. 12 halls having average 200 students. 12 halls having average 200 students. Let me find the sum of all students to be accommodated initially utilizing all 12 halls. 2 12 the 24 00 same. So the number of students is 2400 initially. 2400 initially. Next, we have to reduce. We are not going to use two halls. So the number of halls is going to diminish by 2. 12 minus 2 is 2. While the number of student is intact. Means we have to take in all 2400 students. So the new average will be sum divided by not 12 but 10 halls. We have to utilize 10 halls accommodating all students. Eventually we have 2400 students. Now still we have to accommodate 2400 students, but we have slashed two halls. We are not using two halls. 2400 divided by 10 cancel out. Now our average of the remaining 10 halls is 240 student. Let me explain to you in words. Now the average of the remaining 10 halls per hall is 240 students. Each hall accommodate now 240 students. We are accommodating same number of students, that is 2400, but we are using two less halls. We are using 10 halls. Initially we have started with 12 halls. 12 halls having average 200. 12 halls having average 200. So the number of the students to be accommodated are 2400. Next, we have been restricted that we are using only 10 halls. 10 halls. We are not using 2 halls. 10 halls. 10. 12 minus 2, 10 halls. But we have to accommodate the same number of students. Means the students to be accommodated are 2400. Now the number of halls has been decreased to 10, from 12 to 10. Oh, cancel out 240. The new average is 240. Each hall accommodate 240 students. 240 students. Each hall accommodate 240 students. If you multiply 240 into 10, same number of students that have been accommodated there, it is 2400. 2400. So the average in that case is 240 students. First, initially 12 halls, each hall accommodate 200 students. After reducing 2 halls, the number of halls remains 10. The number of halls remains from 12 to 10, and we have to accommodate same number of students. 2400 divided by 10, 240 is the new average for the remaining 10 halls. Okay, cool. The next, the average of 20, 30, 40 and 50 is what percent the sum of the four numbers? Average, same formula, sum. We have four quantities. Divided by 4 is equal to average. And let me calculate average. 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 50 divided by 4. 20, 30, 40, 50, if I'm not wrong. Good. 140. 140 divided by 4. Applying table of 2, it will become 70 over 2 or 35. 35. 35. So the average is equal to 35. Average is equal to 35. Now how what? The second portion we have to connect the average of 20, 30, 40. Average of 20, 30, 40 and 50 is what percent of the sum of the four numbers? Average is 35, average is 35 and the sum of the numbers. Sum, what percent of the sum? Suppose x percent of the sum of the numbers is equal to average, Sum of the numbers, that is 140, 140. First we have calculated the average. We have been asked that average is what percent of the sum? Average is what percent of the sum of the four numbers? Average is what percent of the sum of the four numbers? Average is what percent of the sum of four numbers? Sum of all numbers is 140. What percent of 140 is equal to 35? What percent of 140 is equal to 35? What percent of 140 is 35? To remove percent, divide by 100. 140 divided by 100. We have equal to 35. X is there. Question mark cancelled out. Applying table of 2. 7x over 5. It's equal to 35. Solve for x. 5 in multiplication, 7 in division. 5 in multiplication from left to right and 7 is in division. So I have x is equal to 35 times 5 divided by 7. 35 times 5 divided by 7. Applying table of 5. X is equal to 5 5 the 25. 5 5 the 25%. Now we can say that 25% of the sum of four numbers is equal to the average of these numbers. 25% of the sum of these four numbers is equal to the average of these numbers. Let me open this question again. The average of 20, 30, 40 and 50 is what percent of the sum of the four numbers? Initially we have calculated the average 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 50, four numbers divided by 4, 140 divided by 4, 35 is the answer. 35 is the answer. Then sum of the numbers is 144. Then I have written, first we have calculated simply average 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 50 divided by 4, so the average is 35. Now we have been asked what percent of the sum of the four numbers? What percent of the sum of the four numbers is equal to the average? What percent of the sum of the four numbers is equal to their average? Average we have calculated 35. We have its sum of four numbers, that is 140. X, suppose x percent of 140 is 35. X percent of 140 is 35. Then solve for x. 0 0 cancel out. Applying table of 2, 5 times, 7 times, then solve for x. 5 in multiplication, 7 in division. So I have 25 in that case. So our answer is 25 in that case. Moving one step further. A cricketer, they should have written a batsman. A cricketer scores 120 runs in his seventh inning. A cricketer scores 120 runs in his seventh inning. After which, after the 7 innings, after which his average score increases by 5 runs. After this, his average score increases by 5 runs. Find the average of the first 6 innings. What is the average of the first 6 innings? Prior to 120 runs, what he has scored on average for the first 6 innings. Same formula, sum divided by 6. Suppose its average is x. We have no clue about the average. Just 6 innings. Just 6 innings. We have no idea about the sum. Sum of the all scores of 6 innings, we have no idea. I have written sum. 6 innings only mentioned. I have written divided by 6 is equal to x. Find the sum. Sum is equal to 6 times x. Sum is equal to 6 times x. It's my equation number 1. It's my equation number 1. It's my equation number 1. After that, on the 7th inning, he scored 120. On the 7th inning, he scored 120. On the 7th inning, he scored 120, thereby raising his average by 5 runs. After scoring 120 runs in the 120 runs in his 7th innings, he rose his average by 5 runs. Find the average of the first 6. Let's see and find out. Now same sum of the 6 innings, we have no idea. On the 7th inning, he scored 120. Now divide by 6 plus 1. First 6 innings, we have no idea about the sum. On 7th inning, he scored 120 runs divided by 6 plus 1. Thereby, he rose his average by 5 runs. He rose his average by 5 runs. Already his average is x plus 5. He increases his average by 5 runs. He increases his average by 5 runs. Prior to this, we have assumed that his average is x, now x plus 5. What is the value of the sum? Utilize 6 here and solve for x. It is the average. It is the average in the first 6 innings. So I have sum is equal to 6x plus 120. 6 plus 1 is 7 is equal to x plus 5. 7 from left hand side to right, from division to multiplication, I have 6x plus 120 is equal to 7 times x, 7 5 the 35. Solve for x, shift 6x here and 35 here. I have 120 minus 35 is equal to 7x minus 6x. 120 minus 35, 25, 85. 85. Look, x is the average, 85. In his first 6 innings, his average score was 85. In his first 6 innings, his average score is 85 runs on scoring 120 runs on his 7th inning. On scoring 120 runs in his 7th innings, he rose his average by 85 plus 5, 90. 85 plus 5, 90. We are asked to find his average in his first 6 innings. That is 85. If we include his 7th innings, then average is 90. Then average is 90. Then average is 90. Okay. Moving towards next question, the fourth one. The average of 6 positive numbers is 6. The average of the average of 6, sorry, not first, the average of 6 positive numbers is 6. The average of 6 positive numbers is 6. If the average of the least and the greatest of these number is 8, if the average of the least, minimum and the maximum number is 8, what is the average of the remaining 4 numbers? What is the average of the remaining 4 numbers? Let me solve this same formula. Sum divided by 6 numbers and the average is 6 given to us. 6 positive numbers, average is also 6. It's are 6. So the sum of all these 6 number is 6 times 6. So the sum of all these 6 number is 36. 36. Suppose the minimum number, least number is A and the max number is Z. Max number is Z. The average of minimum and maximum is A plus Z over 2 is equal to 8. The average of least and greatest, smallest and greatest is 8. Average is 8. Then the sum of A plus Z is equal to 8 times 2. It's R 60. It's R 60. We are asked to find the average of the remaining 4. Average of the remaining 4. Taking the sum, subtracting the value of A plus Z divided by, instead of 6, now we have subtracted 2 numbers, we have only 4 numbers left. What is the value of sum? Value of the sum of all 6 number is 36, while the sum of the minimum and the maximum, is 16. We have subtracted 6 minus 2, 4. We are interested in the remaining 4, excluding minimum as well as maximum, excluding both. 36 minus 16, it will become 20. 20 divided by 4, it is 5. It is 5. So the average of the remaining 4 numbers is 5. The average of the remaining 4 numbers is 5. Average of the remaining 4 numbers is 5. Same formula. The sum of 6 positive numbers. The average of first 6 positive numbers is 6. Average is 6. Sum divided by 6. There are 6 numbers. Average is also 6. So the sum of all these 6 numbers is 6 times 6, 36. We have to subtract the minimum as well as maximum. Suppose minimum number is x, maximum number is z. I have written the average of minimum and least and greatest. Min and max is A plus Z divided by 2 is equal to 8. It is given to us. The average of the least and the greatest is 8. Shift 2 here. So the sum of the least and greatest number is 16. Taking overall sum, this is sum of all 6 numbers. Subtracting minimum and maximum, least and the greatest sum 36, subtracting 16 divided by, it is not now 6 numbers, now we have 4 numbers, 6 minus 2 4, 36 minus 16 20, 20 divided by 4, 5 is the average of the remaining 4 numbers after excluding the least number and the greatest number, after excluding the least number and the greatest. Okay, cool. Moving towards the final question that I have written on the whiteboard is this. The average of A and B is 30. Average of A and B. Sum A and B. A plus B divided by 2, average is 30. If the average of A and B is 30, find their sum. Their sum is A plus B is 2 times 30. So their sum is A plus B is equal to 60. Equation number 1. And next, and the average of B and C is 40. Average of B and C. B plus C divided by 2 is 40. The average of B and C is 40. B plus C divided by 2 is equal to 40. Then the sum of B and C is 40 times 2. It is B plus C is equal to 80. B plus C is equal to 80. Now we are asked to find what is the value of C minus A. C minus A. Taking equation number 2, B plus C is equal to 80. Taking first equation, A plus B is equal to 60. Just subtract. B cancel out. What remains here? Plus C minus A. 80 minus 60, that's 20. 80 minus 60, that's 20. So the difference of the C and A is 20. The difference of C and A is 20. It is given to us the average of A and B is 30. Average of A and B is 30. What is A plus B? It's our sum. Sum divided by 2, because there are two numbers, is equal to 30. Their sum is 60. While the average of B and C, I have taken the sum of BC, B plus C divided by 2, their average of B and C is 40. It is also given to us. Shifting to here, the sum of B plus C is 80. Then we have been asked to find C minus A. We have to vanish A. So we have just write equation 1 and 2. B is common portion. Subtracting B cancelled out. I have C minus A is equal to 20. C minus A is equal to 20. That is the 5 questions that I have written on average for you. Let me share with you, discuss some other questions from the past papers to guide you in a good fashion as well. Sometimes it is, what is definition of pi? What is definition of pi? Definition of pi. Mostly students take 22 upon 7 approximately. Value of pi is approximately 22 over 7. Approximately, not equal, approximately. Our pi is approximately equal to 3.1459 and so on. Here we have been asked definition of pi. Definition of pi is circumference of circle divided by its diameter. Definition of pi is circumference divided by diameter. We know that, that's verified. Circumference is given by 2 times pi times r. Circumference is given by pi d r 2 pi r. Dividing by diameter is equal to 2r cancel, r one can write, dividing by dt cancelled out. Here let me write again. Pi is given by circumference divided by diameter. Circumference can be written as 2 pi r in terms of r, diameter 2r. Cancel out, I have pi. Or one can write pi is equal to circumference divided by diameter. Circumference is pi times diameter divided by diameter. Dt cancelled out. So I have pi is equal to pi. Here I have utilized the fact diameter is equal to double the radius. Everybody is familiar. Diameter is equal to double the radius. That is the definition of pi. Definition of pi. Circumference divided by diameter. However, value of pi is approximately equal to 22 over 7 or 3.1459, and pi along with E are famous irrational numbers. These both are our famous irrational numbers. Pi, the value of circumference divided by diameter. E is Euler number, Euler number having value 2.71828, where its limit is given by limit n tends to infinity, 1 plus 1 upon n raised n is equal to e. That's formula from our calculus. Limit n tends to infinity, 1 plus 1 over n. And you must be familiar, e is Euler number written as Euler, pronounced as Euler. It's our Euler number having value 2.71828. It is also our famous irrational number along with pi. That have been asked mostly on the test. Okay, moving towards another good question. What is the relation between the logarithmic form and the exponential form? Really very cool. It is 5 raised to 3 is equal to 125. One can verify. 5 into 5 into 5 is equal to 125. 5 into 5 into 5 is equal to 125. We can write in, this is known as exponential form. This is our exponential form. Exponential form. One can write in log. Log of 125 to the base 5 is equal to 3. Log of 125 at the base 5 to the base 5 is equal to 3. This is exponential form and this is logarithmic form. This is logarithmic form. Let's see one more question. Another example. 2 raised to minus 3 is equal to 1 over 8. If you can simplify 2 raised to minus 3, it is equal to 1 over 8. How we can write in logarithmic form? Log of 1 over 8 at the base 2 is equal to minus 3. Log of 1 over 8 at the base 2 is equal to minus 3. Means 2 must be raised to minus 3 in order to get 1 over 8. 2 raised to minus 3 in order to get 1 over 8. That is simple logic behind this. Or how to solve log? If you are not familiar from this or that, let's see another way around. Another way around. Okay, I have log of 625 at the base 5. How to handle this? It's really very easy. Log of 5, write 625 in the factors of 5. That is 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. Factorize this. 625 can be written as 5 raised 4. 5 raised 4. It is property of log, power can be converted to coefficient. Power can be converted to coefficient. So we can write 4 times log of 5 at the base 5. 4 times log of 5 at the base 5. When both these are same, it is equal to 1. It is equal to 1. So 4 times 1 is equal to 1. 4 times 1 is equal to 1. 4 times 1 is equal to 1. Here, one more thing for you. Here, sometime here written 125. Here, it's equal to 1. What should be the value of this? Means 1 is raised to, I think incorrect. Let me manage another one. Log of 125 to the base 5 is equal to what? Is equal to what? How to handle this? Log of 5 to the base of 125 to the base of 125 means 125 raised to what power to get 5? 125 raised to what power to get 125? Or in a simple fashion, 125 can be written as 5 into 5 into 5 overall raised x is equal to 5. So it can be written as 5 raised 3x is equal to 5 raised 1. Bases are equal, therefore powers are equal. So 3x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 1 over 3 or x is equal to 1 over 3 or x is equal to 1 over 3. It is my and tiny effort along with these questions to give you good idea. Let's solve by itself next.